Okay, so we're starting off standing. Bring your feet underneath your hips and close your eyes for a moment. I want you to pop one hand on your chest, quite high up, and one hand down low on the abdominals. And so allow your eyes to close and see if you can just tune in for a moment. Letting your breath settle. Trying to release the jaw, so notice if you're clenching your teeth together. And then I just want you to breathe in here and breathe out. And again, inhale and exhale. And then allow the arms to relax down by the side of the body, but just have a little rock forward and back to the front of the foot and then back into the heels. And this does not need to be a very big movement, but we're just finding that equal placement across the feet. Then come back into the center and do the same, but shifting the weight into one foot and then over to the other. And we'll do that once more on each side, keeping your eyes closed if you can, really allowing yourself the time to tune in to what's going on in the body. And then come back into the middle and let both feet really ground and hopefully take equal weight of the body. Then we're going to let the eyes open back up. And from here, start to draw big circles around with the shoulders. So don't worry if you get a lot of clicks or crunches here. I certainly do. You might even be able to pick it up on the microphone. Making a circle as big as you can and let the rest of the body react to however it naturally reacts. So if that means moving the head a little bit, moving the pelvis, the hips, the knees, let that happen. Let's reverse the circle. So coming forward and just try and keep hold of that ease of movement. You know, a lot of tension in the shoulders and the neck can really be aggravated when we get stressed and when we get really busy. And so just taking your time now to relax, take some mindful movement, that will really help. So take a pause once your shoulders feel like you've gone equal in both directions. And then from here, just tilt one ear over to your shoulder. So we're going to try and keep the shoulders still here and just allow the ear to head over to one shoulder and then come back to center, over to the other side. And center, and then one more in each direction. Last one. Great, come back into the middle. From here, you're going to nod your chin to your chest. Feel the stretch in the back of the neck. And then you're going to add your hands onto the back of the head. So you're really feeling that extra kind of lengthening in the back of the neck. From here, breathe in. And as you breathe out, let the head lift back up and feel a little bit more of a connection of the head into the hands. So you're getting the extra kind of lengthening feeling in the back of the neck. And then release there. Great. From here, let the knees bend a wee bit and let the feet go a little bit wider. I want you to start to circle the hips. So nice and big, easy, flowy movements. Again, let the rest of the body react to however it wants to react in response to this movement. Reverse your circle. You know, with so much of Pilates, we can't just look at one area of the body in isolation. If we're tight in the neck and shoulders, most likely we're feeling some kind of compensatory sensation around the hips, the spine, the lower back. So it all connects. Great, come back into the center. From here, you're going to keep your knees bent and we're going to inhale, take the arms up to as far as you feel comfortable and exhale, lowering back down. Good, two more. Inhale, arms come up and exhale, lowering back down. And last one. And coming back down. Great. Then from here, straighten the knees back to a lengthened position. Slide one arm down the side of the body. So you start to feel that lengthening sensation down one side of the waist. And then if you feel comfortable, take the opposite arm up and over and think about your fingertips reaching away one way and grounding down through that foot. Come back to the center. We're going to find that side bend on the other side. So sliding the hand down. Think about grounding down through your foot as you take the opposite arm over. And there's that real stretch from fingertip down to the whole foot connected to the ground. Great, back to center. This time you're going to come back over to that first side. Now you might have a softness to your knees. I want you to rotate your torso down towards the ground. So you're getting that extra bit of length, maybe around the lower back. And then just allow the body to flop forward, pause in the middle, and roll back up through the spine. Let's try it the same in the other direction. Over we go, little bend in the knees. Let the torso shine down towards the ground as you reach the fingertips away from you. And then when you're ready, bring that movement down to the ground, bend the knees, and roll up through the spine, one vertebra at a time. Great. From here, last little thing standing. You're going to come back into that position where the ear is tilted over to the shoulder. This is one of my faves. You're going to extend the opposite arm away from you. So ear to shoulder. Bring the hand onto the head, so you're getting that stretch down the neck as you've got your other arm stretched out away from you. And then slowly, 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 we're going to let this arm come down towards the waist, taking as much time as you can to really start to feel almost a stretch from the top of your ear down to the fingertips, but it should be quite intense around the neck. Beautiful. And then just pausing, allowing the hand to feel really heavy. Give the head a bit of a help back to the center, and then over we go to the other side. Ear to shoulder, extend the arm, and slowly let the arm float all the way down. Letting it getting heavy at the bottom, and then give the head a wee hand back, and then just go for a nice big circle of the head and reverse it. Beautiful. And then come back into the center. I know I said we're going down to standing, but I've got one more trick for you. So you're going to bring your feet probably hip width. Cross your arms over your chest. And I want you to think about keeping fairly steady, keeping the pelvis where it is. So you might bend the knees a wee bit. And then we're going to rotate the upper part of the body round to one direction, keeping the pelvis shining forward. Back to center. And then over to the other side. And if you can picture a connection between the chin and the sternum, so the chin and the chest, you're not letting the head do an extra movement round, but rather keeping the middle and upper part of the spine moving as one. Inhale, one more time each way. And you might notice if one side feels particularly easier than the other. Beautiful, back into the middle, and then let all that go. Great, we're going to come down onto the ground now. So, bringing yourself down onto your mat, lying down on your back, have the knees bent, feet in line with your hips. We're going to just give the pelvis a tilt forward and back a few times. Notice what's going on in the spine. As I say, that's really going to be affected by the tightness of shoulders and neck. And then find your pelvis in a neutral place. So somewhere where it feels comfortable, where your pelvis feels level for you. Start with the arms down by the side. We're going to breathe in, arms come up above the shoulders. Exhale, arms go back behind the head. Inhale to bring the arms back. Exhale to lower back down. And we're going to do this a few times. So inhale as the arms come up. Exhale, let them come back behind you. Inhale, back above the shoulders, and exhale, down we come. A few more times, keeping the spine where it is. So as the arms come back behind you, we don't want to let the rib cage flare open up towards the sky, but rather maintain that same connection of the spine, the ribs, the pelvis, connected down onto the mat or on your floor. Last time here, exhale as the arms go back the way, inhale. and then pausing back down on the ground. Lovely. From here, let the feet go quite wide and let your arms just flop to the side. You're going to let your knees fall one way and then the other. And let that flow happen. So the legs are just moving with ease from side to side. And as the knees fall, let the head rotate in the opposite direction. So you're getting this almost pepper grinder like sensation where we're rotating somewhere around the middle of the spine, but we're also letting the legs go one way, head go the other. And this is a lovely one just to reset everything that's going on around the neck particularly. Good. One more each way. Coming back into the center. And then let the knees come back in line with your hips. Let your arms come up towards the ceiling. Reach those fingertips up to the ceiling. So you let your shoulder blades lift off the mat. And then lower the shoulder blades back down. And we're going to do this a few times. So inhale, reaching up. Exhale, lowering down. So we're isolating our shoulder blades here, which really just means allowing the shoulder blades to slide and glide round the rib cage like they should be able to do. But quite often our shoulder blades get a bit stuck and they stop playing ball, which can really contribute to overworking other muscle groups and getting the neck and the shoulders really taking on the brunt of the work. Great, so then pause when you're in a neutral position. So not reaching away, not pressing into the mat, but just somewhere that feels level. And then I want you to let one arm go back behind the head and one arm go down towards the feet. Inhale to bring them back and exhale to change. So here we're starting to move the arms, but keep the shoulder blades in that neutral position. So really, we don't want anything to change in the body as such. We're just moving the arms forward and back. And let's make it a wee bit more complex. So one arm forward, one arm back, and then circle the arms around the outside of the body and then make them join back above the shoulders. Can you reverse it? If this is, if I've caught you on a bad day, then maybe reversing it might be a step too far, but give it a go and see if you can maintain the control, reversing the arms, one arm one way, as the other goes the other way. Keeping the spine where it is, keeping the shoulders neutral. Final one. And pausing there. Lovely, well done. From here, fingertips are above the shoulders. We're just going to open them out to the side. Inhale, come on back. Exhale, open out. Inhale, come back. One more. And inhale, come back. Great. Rolling onto your side, take your arm that's closest to the mat under the head. Bring your hand onto your shoulder on top and just let the knees bend really generously. And then I want you to circle the arm, the elbow round, nice big circles, opening up around the shoulder and the neck. And try and let your eyes look out in front. Let's reverse it from here. And then take both arms out in front of you. Head could rest on the floor, or you could pop a little cushion underneath if that felt more comfortable. And then we're going to pull back with the elbow. Let the head watch the hand as you open up the arm back behind you. And then paint a big rainbow over the top. Pulling back with the elbow, opening up, and then floating the arm over. Beautiful. Last one, pulling back with the elbow, opening up, and floating over. Great stuff. Let's do those two movements on your other side. So flipping yourself round, however's easiest. Head rests on the arm closest to the mat. And we start to circle that top elbow around. Just taking your time. And then reverse it. Great, really nice. From here, arms come out in front, head rests on the floor. We pull back with the elbow. Think about the shoulder drawing away from your ear and then opening up, beautiful stretch, and arm floats over the top. 2 more, reaching away. Try and keep your pelvis where it is, and we're gonna get this kind of opposition stretch around the muscles all around the sides of the abdominals called the obliques. Last one, so I'm keeping my pelvis facing forward. I'm opening out. Oh, that's a lovely one. And then floating all the way over. Great stuff, really nice. From here, come up onto your hands and knees, and I want you to give the pelvis just a circle round, so big circles. Again, like we did when you were standing, let the rest of the body react here. So if your shoulders get involved, if your spine, your head moves, let's encourage that. A few more, really getting into all the tight pockets of tension. And then come back into the center. I want you to let your hips swing round to the left as you let your head look over that left shoulder. So you're coming into a bit of a C shape with your spine. And if you keep your elbows straight and keep your shoulders stacked on top of your wrists, you're going to feel it in the opposite side of the neck. Back to center, over to the other side. Ooh, yeah. I'm finding that today. Last one. Good stuff. All right, threading the needle to finish off. You could keep your knees underneath your hips, or you could take, let's start with the left foot. You could take your left foot out to the side. I'll turn on my front for you. So inhale. If you've got your left foot out to the side, we take the left arm up, and exhale as you thread through. Ooh. And with the leg extended, you might feel a little bit more around the inner thigh and maybe even around the ankle. But you could happily do it with both knees on the ground. And if your wrists are a wee bit sore, you could come onto your elbows here too. Last one, inhale. And exhale, threading through. Good, changing over, extending the opposite leg out to the side. We breathe in, take the arm up, whoa, big stretch. And exhale, threading under. Opening up. And exhale, threading through. And last one. And exhale, threading through. Beautiful, and we'll finish there. So hopefully your neck and shoulders is going to be feeling a bit freer. Have a little walk around whatever space you're in now and just allow everything to settle again. Few breaths in and out, allowing all of that good stuff just to filter through. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.